Love drips like honey from a spoon, golden and slow, a sweetness that stays on the tongue long after the first taste. It's not just an emotion, it's a language, a rhythm, a sensation that pulses through the body like a melody only the heart understands. The moment it arrives, everything changes. The world becomes brighter, sounds more melodic, and even silence takes on a meaning of its own. Eyes that meet across a room suddenly feel like home, like a memory you've never had but always longed for. It's in the fingertips brushing accidentally, in the pause before a smile, in the breath shared in a quiet room. Love is not loud but it's powerful. It's the quiet conviction that someone sees you, truly sees you, and still chooses to stay. That's the magic, that's the taste. It's warm, not scorching, it's steady, not stormy. It curls around the soul and wraps it gently in safety. And like a favorite song, it plays in your mind, even when it's not there, echoing through the corridors of your heart. Love finds its way into the smallest corners of life, decorating them with meaning. A shared laugh at a poorly timed joke, the way someone remembers how you like your tea, the gentle brush of a hand when passing something over. It's all love whispering quietly. It never needs to shout. It's the steady beat behind the chaos, the silence between storms, the glow in the dark. It is as soft as a sigh, and as strong as a mountain, and when it comes you feel it everywhere. It transforms the ordinary into something sacred. Walking together becomes a journey, waiting becomes anticipation, and even goodbyes carry the promise of return. It teaches us patience, compassion, and the art of giving without expecting anything back. Love isn't possession, it's permission. It's freedom laced with trust, a letting go that feels like holding on. And once you've tasted that kind of love, the sweet, slow-burning, soul-deep kind, nothing else satisfies. You crave it not with desperation, but with devotion. You understand that love, real love, is nourishment for the heart, for the mind, and for the soul. Love doesn't arrive with trumpets or fanfare. Often it's found in the quiet moments between words, in the way someone looks at you when you're not looking, in the silence that feels like peace instead of absence. It begins with curiosity, grows with kindness, and matures with understanding. There's a flavor to love that deepens over time, like a fruit ripening in the sun, starting sharp, turning sweet, becoming something you never want to live without. It's found in Sunday mornings, spent wrapped in sheets, in whispered confessions under midnight skies, in the way arms wrap around you at the end of a hard day. It's the willingness to show up, to stay, to fight when things are tough, not because you have to, but because your heart wouldn't let you do anything else. Love grows in the soil of vulnerability and blooms under the light of trust, and the more you water it with attention and care, the more beautiful it becomes. It's the sweetness that never fades, the flavor you carry with you long after the moment has passed. The sweet taste of love is not always immediate. Sometimes it begins bitter, wrapped in fear, coated in doubt, but with time it warms. Like chocolate melting on your tongue, it starts slow, then floods your senses until all you can feel is warmth. You start to notice how the world feels different when you're loved, how colors seem brighter, air feels lighter, and music sounds deeper. You laugh more easily, cry more freely, and dream more boldly. Love softens you, not into weakness, but into openness. It's a reminder that being human means feeling deeply, and that feeling is never something to fear. Even the hurt, even the ache, it means you've loved, and that is always worth it. When love is real, it's not afraid of the shadows. It walks with you through them, holds your hand in the dark, and whispers that you're not alone. That is where the sweetness lives, not just in the joy but in the togetherness, the shared burden, the sense that your heart is no longer carrying everything alone. In love you find echoes of yourself reflected in someone else's eyes. You see your fears, your dreams, your truths, all mirrored back with tenderness. That reflection is not always perfect, but it's honest, and honesty is where love thrives. It's in the unfiltered moments, the unguarded laughter, the tears that fall without shame. Love doesn't demand perfection, it asks for presence. It doesn't seek to change who you are, it invites you to become more of yourself. And in that becoming, something beautiful happens. You start to bloom, you start to believe in things again, in connection, in kindness, in the beauty of another soul choosing yours. There's no sugarcoating the fact that love requires work, patience and humility. But the reward is a sweetness so rich, so filling, that it becomes the very thing you wake up for. It's the voice that says, "I'm here," and means it. It's the light left on for you, the arms that open without question, the place where you are known and still chosen. That more than anything is the sweetest flavor of all. Even in silence, love speaks. It hums like a tune only two hearts can hear, a language built on glances, gestures, and the quiet understanding of what isn't said. It's in the way someone waits for you, listens to you, believes in you even when you struggle to believe in yourself. Love is patience wrapped in affection. It's the long game. It's not always thrilling, but it's always real. And that realness is its most delicious quality. Because once love settles in, it becomes part of your rhythm. It's not fireworks anymore. It's candlelight. It's not the rush. It's the rest. And sometimes that's what we need more than anything. A place to rest. A person to come home to. A heart that welcomes yours with no conditions, no expectations, just love. The sweet taste of love is in every moment you feel safe, valued and seen. It is not loud, but it is lasting. It doesn't need to prove itself. It simply shows up over and over again, until you can't imagine your life without it. True love tastes like acceptance, not just of the easy parts of you, but the ones you try to hide, the cracks, the scars, the soft spots you've built walls around. It wraps around those parts like velvet, never judging, only understanding, and in that understanding you begin to heal. You begin to believe that maybe you're not too much, not too broken, not too anything. Maybe you're just enough, and that belief changes everything. It gives you the courage to love back, to pour out your heart without holding anything back, because you know it's safe, you know it's sacred. That's what makes love so sweet, not just the pleasure of it but the peace. It's peace in chaos, calm in storms, light in the darkest places of your mind. It's the whisper that you are not alone, and that more than grand gestures or romantic poems, is the truest, most delicious form of love, to be fully known and still fully loved. That's a flavor nothing else in this world can match. Love is not measured in days or declarations, it's measured in consistency, in showing up, in the thousand tiny ways someone says, "I love you" without words. It's in the steady hand that holds yours when you're trembling, the eyes that don't look away when you're falling apart, the voice that reminds you of who you are when you forget. Love is not just a moment, it's a million choices, to stay, to understand, to forgive, to grow. And each time those choices are made, the sweetness deepens. It becomes part of you, like a favorite song stuck in your soul. You carry it with you wherever you go. The taste of love is in the trust built over time, in the comfort of knowing that someone chooses you every single day. It's the softest comfort, the deepest joy, and the most nourishing feeling you'll ever know. When you find it, hold it close, nurture it, because love, real love, is rare, and when you've tasted it, you'll never want anything less.